Thanks for joining me for what is going to be a much quieter weather week than we've had over the last few weeks. Kind of nice to catch our breath here a little bit in the middle of winter. Pleasant weather and temperatures kind of seasonable to just slightly above average all week. We're going to see a lot of sun this week, although not necessarily today, but a lot of sun this week. And like I said, temperatures just a little bit above normal, but not much. And basically really pleasant weather if you want to get outside and do anything, particularly if you want to ski, things like that. I know the snow's awfully crunchy out there, kind of hard to do some of the things, but there's opportunities to get out there and try to enjoy some of this weather. It should be pretty nice this time for this time of year. So let's take a quick look at why that's going to happen. If we look at kind of the broader upper level picture, you can see that basically the pattern is kind of flat. I mean, there's little bumps, there's always little ridges and little troughs here and there. But across the United States, the pattern is pretty flat, and it's also slowed down quite a bit. So this storm, which is in the Gulf, or just south of the Gulf of Alaska at the moment, which was had an incredibly strong surface low associated with it, one of the strongest really ever recorded in the northern Pacific, is going to make its way onshore, but it won't really get, it will head in our direction. It's going to go out to sea, it looks like, this weekend, but it won't really get there until next weekend. So the storms are basically in between that. We really don't have much. There's a little bit of a surface trough you can see here, where we've got some cloudiness associated with it, really no precipitation falling. I'll show you that on satellite in a second, but essentially our weather is going to be tranquil all week. So in terms of looking at that from a satellite perspective, as you can see, basically wall-to-wall sunshine until we get out towards the influence of that storm that's just starting to come on shore across the Rockies. Like I said, this is going to sort of redevelop east of the Rockies like they always do, and this one looks like it's going to meander south of us and kind of get separated from the flow and go real slow. And eventually it will become a coastal storm. It looks like it'll be well out to sea. There's really no indication that will try to ride up the coast. We do have some time to potentially move that around a little bit, but that wouldn't be till next, probably Saturday, that it makes its closest approach. Anyway, and like I said, I don't think it's going to be a big deal. We do have our departing kind of weak low pressure system that's still developing basically in the Gulf or just southeast of Cape Cod. But basically for us here in southern Vermont, our snow with that was associated with the upper level portion of the storm, and that has ended. So could see a few flurries today, and we'll be mostly cloudy today, but maybe a few breaks of sun in the afternoon. But in general, we're done with the precipitation. This band of clouds, like I said, that's sort of associated with a weak trough, could give us a little bit more in the way of cloudiness tomorrow and even into Wednesday than we would get. Then we'll get on Thursday and Friday. But I think that one will also really won't. There's just going to be some mix of sun and clouds with that. And then we're basically sunny. We could start to see a few clouds from this storm, maybe high-level clouds. By Friday, but even that I think is probably not going to happen. So in terms of what does that look like from a work week forecast standpoint, it's going to be nice all week basically. Like I said, mostly cloudy today. Today is the warmest day. We're up in the mid 30s today probably. Tomorrow, we're going to be basically in the low 30s, then near 30, and then upper 20s on Friday. So these are minor temperature differences. It will be a little breezier on Wednesday and Thursday, it looks like. So it could be it'll feel a little chillier, especially if you're going to be skiing. You're going to want to bundle up a little bit more those days, but still very nice for early January. We could be much colder than this time of year. We're kind of in our climatologically coldest time of year. So a nice week. And a lot of sun this week, so try to get out there and enjoy it if you can. Particularly if you ski, it's great, but even other activities, try to find ways to get out there and enjoy some nice weather. In terms of I'll be back on Wednesday for my patrons with my weekend forecast, my early weekend forecast, and look ahead at some of the extended forecasts for them. And for everybody else, I'll be back on Friday morning with a weekend forecast. In the meantime, if anything changes with the storm on Saturday, I'll certainly let you know. And you can make sure you get all my videos by subscribing to my YouTube page. That's where you get the video feed from. But you can also subscribe to my other social media that will allow you to just know what's going on. And I want to say a thank you to my patrons who help support what I do here and help provide me with better equipment and things like that to improve the quality of these videos. And so thank you to them. And we will be back, like I said, again, Wednesday for my patrons and Friday morning for everybody else.